Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm doing like another chit chat get ready with me, or just like a get ready with me. And today I thought I would show you guys like my March beauty favorites, like putting them on my face. About hitting myself in the face. I'm not going to be able to put all of my March beauty favorites on my face because I have like several different liners that were like my favorites for March, and obviously I can't put, I guess I could put one on one eye, one on the other, but that's not the look I'm going for today. So the first thing that was one of my March beauty favorites is this Maybelline Master Prime. It's just like the green primer. It's supposed to blur and control redness, which will blur out pores or whatever. I don't necessarily find this to be like a peel. I always say that. A pore filler. I'm trying to say pore and filler at the same time and I say pill. But it does help to even out redness on your face. And that's why I like this primer. My mirror's got like a smudge on it. But that's why I've been enjoying this primer a lot recently, is just for that. And it does help my foundations to last a little longer and just like go on more smooth. So that's what the primer looks like. It looks just like a light green color. And I've used this primer a couple of different times in some other like get ready with me videos. And if you're wondering what this is on my pinky, because it's been in a couple of my videos, I accidentally like pinched my finger at work and it's like a blood blister thing. So, and it doesn't hurt anymore, but it's just like annoying and it just looks like I have makeup or something on my pinky, but I don't. And I mean, it doesn't eliminate like redness completely, but it just kind of helps to tone it down a little bit. Okay, and then for my March beauty favorites, I had two different foundations that were my favorites for the month of March. I fell in love with the Neutrogena Hydro Boost, but I did like a review on this Neutrogena Hydro Boost foundation, and I've also used it in a get ready with me before this one. But yeah, I've been loving this one. My other foundation favorite for the month of March is the Decay Naked Skin, which has been a long time favorite of mine, but I hadn't used it in a while and I had been using other foundations, and then I came back to this in March and I just remembered why I love this so much. So I'm going to use this today, and I've been mixing shade 1 and with a little bit of shade 2, just because shade 1 is, it's a little light for me. Like I do need to add like a little bit more of shade 2, but shade 2 is too dark for me right now. So it's like shade 2 is kind of like my shade when it's the summer and I have a little bit of a tan. If you want to know more of my thoughts on that Neutrogena Hydro Boost, I'll link my other videos where I've talked about it down below if you haven't seen those videos yet. I do really like it. It's just that with that foundation, it has a tendency to oxidize, so you need to get like a shade down from whatever you think you'd need in that foundation. So, and I think I forgot to mention that in my review of that foundation, but I just wanted to let you guys know that. I mean, I was talking about how that foundation was a little too dark for me, but yeah, it definitely oxidizes. But with the Urban Decay Naked Skin, it's just the perfect everyday foundation. Like, you can build it up to a medium coverage, but it just looks really nice and natural on the skin. It's more of a matte foundation compared to that Neutrogena Hydro Boost, but I wouldn't say it's like 100% matte. It's kind of just like a semi-matte finish, but it doesn't look heavy or cakey on the skin. I mean, you guys know how much I love this foundation. Like, I've raved and raved about it over the years, but it's definitely one of my all-time favorites. And if you have yet to pick it up, I definitely recommend that you pick up a sample at least at Sephora and just test it out and see what you think. But it's just an amazing foundation, and it's very long wearing too. Then my two favorite concealers for this past month of March is the Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer, and this is in the shade Ivory. And then once I get this concealer down, I like to kind of go in this really shadowy area with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles in the Brightener shade. So with the Rimmel Wake Me Up, I kind of just put it on sort of in a triangular shape right here, just to kind of brighten. And this concealer has really great coverage. It doesn't settle in fine lines, and it does a really good job of like brightening. So I do really like this, and I've had this concealer in my collection for a while, like I told you guys that before, but I just kind of forgot that I had it in my collection. So I was going through my collection and I saw it, so I thought, you know, I'd start using it again, and I really do enjoy it. It reminds me a lot of my Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer. It might be just a little, like, slightly not as much coverage as that one, but it's pretty close to that Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer. So, and the packaging and everything, like, I mean, it looks different, like, color-wise, but the packaging is similar on both of those. And then, like I was saying, I'll go in with this, if I can get the cap off, I go in with this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the Brightener color, and I just like to put it right in here to help to brighten this area up. Just like that. And then I'll just go in and blend that in. But I really feel like that does a really good job of brightening that area up right there and making it look less shadowy. And then I'm just going to set my foundation with my trusty L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder and, and my e.l.f. powder brush, which I've really been enjoying this powder brush as well. Like, it's just, I don't know, I like how flat it is. It just, you know, pats really nice on your foundation and doesn't like disturb the foundation. It just really helps to press the powder in. And then I'm just going to use my trusty e.l.f. HD Under Eye Setting Powder to set this under eye concealer. Okay, and then with this foundation, I just like to set it with a makeup setting spray before I go in with like my bronzer and stuff like that. Like, I'll let the setting spray dry down before I go in, you know, with my bronzer and finish out the rest of my makeup. But sometimes with the Urban Decay Naked Skin, I do really love this, but sometimes it feels a little dry on my skin, especially like this time of the year, like winter, spring time. In the summer, I don't have to do this as much. But I don't know what it is. I just like to set it with the makeup setting spray before, you know, I do the other stuff. So I'm just going to go in with my Milani Make It Last makeup setting spray. This was in my February favorites, and I've still been loving it. Like, I'm almost out of it now. I don't know if you guys remember, but in my February favorites, it was like half gone, and now it's just about all the way gone. It just feels so nice when you spray a makeup setting spray on your face. If your face does feel dry, it just feels so hydrating. I told you guys my favorite brow products for the month of March was the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color Ash Brown and the Essence Make Me Brow in 02 Brownie Brows. So that's what I'm going to use, and I've just been loving this. And I've also been loving kind of filling in the sparse areas with my L'Oreal Brow Stylist Prep and Shape Pro Kit. I've been thinking about filming sort of like a updated kind of brow routine, doing like a gradient brow, which is basically my brow routine that I've been doing. So if that's something you guys would like to see like a more in-depth video on, you'll have to let me know down in the comments. But I'm just going to do like a quick fill in today. I always feel like I take such a long time to fill in my brows compared to like the rest of my face, doing the rest of my makeup on my face. But this is an amazing drugstore brow pencil. I highly recommend it. I just love it so much. Like I said, I'm just going in with my Essence Make Me Brow. And I'm just going to set my brows in place. This is a brow gel product like the Benefit Gimme Brow. And I did like a dupe video on these. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it down below, where I compared this with the Benefit Gimme Brow. And I definitely feel like it's a dupe. I wouldn't say like it's like the exact same thing as the Benefit Gimme Brow, but it's the closest thing I have found in the drugstore to the Benefit Gimme Brow. And actually, I like the way that my brows look today, so I don't think I'm going to go in with this thing but sometimes I do that to just, I don't know, fill in sparse areas and to make my brows more defined on the ends, but I'm liking the way this looks today, so I'm not going to fool with it. And then I'm just going to prime my lids with this Maybelline Master Prime Long Lasting Eyeshadow Base. This was another March favorite of mine. I've just been enjoying this so much. Like, it has a little bit of like a shimmer to it, and I don't know, like, I just really have been enjoying it. I feel like it makes my eyeshadows last a long time and helps them not to crease. So for underneath my brows, I've been enjoying this Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlighter. And this is another favorite for March. But I just like the way it looks underneath of my brows. It just gives them a really nice lift. I've been using it so much, like in all of my Get Ready With Me's. I've just been raving about this so much. And then I just like to go in with my Wet n Wild concealer brush to blend this in. And I'll just kind of show you what it looks like, you know, compared to the other brow. So that's what it looks like. I don't know if you can tell, like, how it just makes your brows look more lifted and just kind of cleans everything up underneath your brows. So that's why I've been loving this. I want to get some other, like, under the brow bone type of products. I know that Maybelline came out with some type of, like, brow highlight kind of pencil that's more of like a flesh tone. This one has a little bit of like a pinky, kind of white pinky tone to it, but I really want to pick up that Maybelline one because I've seen people talk about it. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but you guys should let me know if you've picked it up and if you enjoy that product for using that as an under your brow bone highlight. And then when it comes to eyeshadows, I really haven't been using a whole lot of eyeshadows on my eyes. Sometimes I'll just go in with whatever bronzer I'm using and just use it as a crease color. And like I said, like I won't even use a lid color because I'll have this on. And then other times I have been just loving my NARS eyeshadow duo in All About Eve. I've mentioned this in another Get Ready With Me. If you guys know of a good drugstore dupe for like one of these eyeshadow colors, you should let me know. Like the colors are both so similar, I honestly can't tell much of a difference when I put them down on my eyelids. So a lot of times I just mix them together, but they're just a really pretty, just natural lid color with just a little bit of a sheen. But I think today, just because I've already showed you guys that eyeshadow look in another Get Ready With Me, I'm going to show you guys what this thing looks like when you just put a bronzer in your crease. So my favorite bronzer from the month of March was or is my NARS Laguna bronzer. This is just a long time favorite. I just really used it a ton in March. Like, whoops, my little brush fell out. Like, as you can see, I finally hit paint on it because I've been using it so much. I'm just going to go in with my Sigma E25 blending brush, get some of this bronzer on there, and hopefully it doesn't try to focus in on this NARS palette. Sometimes I feel like my camera focuses on things I don't want it to focus on, but I just put it all in my crease and blend it up to like that brow bone highlight. And you know what? Actually, sometimes what I have been doing was I would go in with this bronzer, and then for my lid color, I'd go in with All About Eve and just put that on my lid. So I think that's what I'm going to do today, actually, because I want my lid color to be kind of cleaned up a little more. And I don't want this bronzer to be on it. But sometimes I would just wear it like this, just depending on how I felt. But today I want like a little bit more of a cleaner look. And then I'm just mixing these two shades together on my Sigma E55 shading brush. And I'm just going to pat that on my eyelid. I feel like just recently I've been doing super simple eyeshadow looks. I know you guys are probably getting bored of this in my Get Ready With Me, so I'll definitely start to change it up soon and do more eyeshadow tutorials with, like, you know, different eyeshadow looks. It's just day to day, honestly. I just wear sort of the same eyeshadow look. Sometimes I kind of change it up, but basically it's just like a light, you know, lid color, more defined crease, and then, you know, like a highlight for my brow bone. I don't do too much with my eyeshadows on a day-to-day basis. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and move on to my face makeup, like my bronzer and blush and all that. I'm going to come back and finish my eyes at the end. So I'm just going in with my NARS Laguna bronzer and my little e.l.f. brush that came in this little palette, which this palette is the Tahiti Bronzer Laguna. So I don't know if Sephora still sells this little palette, but if they do, it's really worth it if you want to try out like the e.l.f. brush and the Laguna bronzer. The only downfall to this palette is it's kind of a thicker palette. I wish it was like a little skinnier, but I guess it has to be that way because this brush, you know, is a little thicker on the side. So I'm just blending that bronzer up. I like to just go in and kind of contour first and then go in with like my bronzer brush to kind of blend it out. I don't know, I've just really been enjoying like a more defined bronzer kind of look. And then I'm just going in with my Real Techniques powder brush with a little bit of this NARS Laguna bronzer and just kind of going over that to help blend it out. But at the same time, like, it still has definition. I've been wanting to try this e.l.f. brush with the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in the shade Ticket to Brazil because you guys know how much I love that bronzer too. I just never use this little brush with other bronzers. Sometimes I use it with like my contour shades, but I've never used it with like another bronzer to use as a contour. So I'll have to test that out this week and see how that works. Maybe I'll do it in another Get Ready With Me. And then I'm just taking some of this bronzer up on my temples to kind of contour a little bit up here. And then I'm just taking a little bit here on my nose and taking some of it here on my jawline and neck. And then another favorite for March, like a lot of my March favorites are like a mix of new things and old favorites, but they're just kind of like things that I really use the month of March, so I figured I'd mention them again since they were my March favorites. But the e.l.f. contour palette, and what I've been loving to use this for is for the highlight shades. Most of the times I like this for the contour shades. But I've been loving using the highlight shades like this, like just mixing those two together and just using that to kind of help to just highlight down here to make that contour stand out even more. And this little brush that I'm using is the blush brush by e.l.f. And see, as you can see, like it just really helps to chisel that out even more. And then I also like to take some more of that and just use that to highlight this area right in here. And I'll try to show you the difference between the two sides. So here's the side here and this side. I mean, it's not like a huge drastic difference, but it does kind of just help to highlight and kind of brighten that area up a little bit. And then I like to go in with my blush, and sometimes I'll do that step after I do my blush. Sometimes I do it before, so it just depends. And then I've been loving a bunch of different blushes this past month of March, but I don't know. Recently, I've gotten back into this blush here, which is the Maybelline Master Highlight in the shade Nude, which I'm unsure if they still sell these anymore. You guys will have to let me know if you know or not. I haven't really paid attention at the drugstore if they still have these, but if you can get your hands on this one, highly recommend it, especially if you have the same, you know, skin color and tones as me, because this is just such a beautiful blush. It's so pretty. Like, it just gives your cheeks a little bit of a color. Like, it reminds me of the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso, but it's a little lighter version of that. It's not as bright. And I know that Milani came out with some new blushes recently in their Baked Blush line, and I want to pick those blushes up so bad. Like, I saw some posts on Instagram about it, and they look so pretty. So if you guys have picked up any of those shades, you should let me know which ones are your favorites. So yeah, I'm just putting this on with my Sigma blush brush. So that's what that looks like. And it has a little bit of a highlight, so you don't even necessarily have to add a highlight to it because it's kind of built in with this blush. But I have been loving my e.l.f. Baked Blush in Blush Gems, or I just said blush. My e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Blush Gems. I've fallen back in love with this again. It's just such a beautiful highlight. I'll show you guys. It just looks really pretty on the skin. The only thing, sometimes with me, I don't like using highlights sometimes because I feel like it emphasizes my pores a little bit. But it's such a beautiful color. I'll just deal with it. And I put a little bit of it here on my nose and kind of right in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and mist my face again before I do like my liner, mascara, and lips and stuff like that. I like to do this to kind of lock on my blush and everything one last time. I'm just going back in with my same makeup setting spray. For liners, I had several different favorites from this month of March. 2 of them being gel liners. And I've used this L'Oreal one. I think I've actually used both of these liners in a Get Ready With Me, but today I want to use the black one because I'm wearing some black today in my outfit. But this is the Essence Gel Eyeliner, and that's what it looks like there. I've just been in love with this so much, and I'm just getting some of it here on this angled Wet n Wild brush, which is another favorite of mine. But I know that some of you guys were talking about an e.l.f. eyeliner, or not an e.l.f., one of the Essence like liner brushes, and you guys were talking about how much you love that. So I need to pick that up to try that out, but I haven't been to pick it up yet. I can kind of see what you were saying, my subscriber that was saying that this dries out kind of fast, because this is the first time that I've noticed this, but it does seem like it is kind of drying out, like it's a little hard to work with today. So, I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, so I like to kind of stamp it like this with that brush. And then I'll just take the brush at the end and just draw it back over like that. And just fill in any gaps. I still really like this Essence Gel Liner, but it was a little harder to work with today because it does seem like it's starting to dry out. And like, as you can see, like it's kind of flaking a little bit. I mean, it was only $2.99, so, you know. I fell in love with the Essence I Heart Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara, and I like to mix this with either the Buxom or this Tartist mascara. These are like little samples that I got from Sephora, but I've been loving using this with these mascaras, like combination. Any type of mascara that's a good separating mascara is really great to use with this, just because, like I've told you guys, it has a tendency to clump. So you definitely need some type of separating mascara to use with it. And that's another problem with this mascara. Sometimes I get it all over myself, but it's a really easy mascara to flake off. But I have been in love with this mascara so much, and I just want to thank you guys so much again for recommending this mascara to me. Just love it so much. So just gonna go in with this first. I really like this Tartist mascara. It makes me want to like go pick up like a big tube of it. And also with my eyelashes, I guess some of them fell out like right here in the front. You know how sometimes your lashes kind of shed and stuff, but they're a little thinner like here in the front right here. And so I feel like it looks weird on this eye. So I had several favorite lip products for the month of March, but I wanted to show you guys, I mentioned this in my vlog, in like my first vlog video that I posted. I'm really gonna try to start vlogging for you guys. I'm actually vlogging today, so I'm gonna try to start vlogging and posting my vlogs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and still keep my normal like Monday, Wednesday, Friday beauty videos up. We'll just see how long that lasts. I don't know if I'll be able to do that forever, but I'm gonna try to do that for a while for you guys, just because I know that several of you all said that you wanted to see me do more vlogs. But I mentioned that I paired the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit liquid lipstick in the shade Nudie Patootie over top of the lip liner by Rimmel in the shade Tiramisu. And I liked this combo. I'm just first lining my lips with Tiramisu. And then I just kind of press my lips together to kind of like blend the liner out. Which Tiramisu is like a little bit more of like a pinky kind of nude. And Nudie Patootie is like more of like a brownish kind of color. But the two mixed together makes like a really pretty color together. I do want to show you guys like a quick outfit of the day, show you guys what I'm wearing, and I promise that I'll start doing some other get ready with me's where I change up my eye look, because I know I've been doing really similar kind of makeup looks recently, and I am sorry about that, but I've just really been in love with this sort of look recently. But yeah, I'm just going to take you guys into the living room and I'm going to show you all my outfit of the day. Okay, so like I said, I was going to do a really quick outfit of the day. I feel so, like I'm so far away from the viewfinder, I can't really see what everything looks like and everything. But this is my outfit for today. Just kind of turn around so you can see it. So the boots that I have on, which I'm sure you can see them, but these are Chinese laundry boots, and they're like over the knee, and they're like a kind of a suede with like a wedge. I got these shoes at this place, it's called Off Broadway Shoes. So they were like a little bit discounted. I don't know if it's because they don't make them anymore or if they're like last year's season or something like that, but that's what they look like. I'm trying to get closer so you guys can see a little better. But yeah, I really like these. They're very comfortable even though they have like a heel on them, and they don't feel weird like over the knee or anything like that. And then my jeans, I'm just wearing my favorite Express skinny jeans. I need to get me some different jeans because I swear this is like one of the few pairs of jeans that I own. I really don't have a very big like clothing collection. Like if you guys were to see my closet, you'd be shocked at how little like clothing I have. Josh was like saying before, like when we first started dating, he was like, I can't believe how little clothes you have. But this shirt here is just like a gray t-shirt. I'll get a little bit closer so you guys can see better. This is just like a gray, like simple, like t-shirt that I got from Target. I think it's like one of the Massimo brand or something like that. This necklace I have on, I got from Forever 21. I cannot talk right now, which I think looks really cool with this outfit. This jacket that I have on, which I showed in my last outfit of the day, get ready with me outfit of the day. It's just this motorcycle pleather like fabric type jacket from Express. So, but I really like this jacket a lot. I think it looks really stylish, and it's just nice for this time of the year when it's like in the 40s or 50s and you kind of need a little bit of a jacket sometimes. So yeah, that's what the jacket looks like. So I think that's everything. I guess like with my earrings, I don't know if you guys can really see them. The lights are probably really bright for that. But they're just like these little ball stud things that I got from Target. And I do have my watch on, but you can't really see it. It's just like a Fossil watch with like a black leather band. So yeah. I hope that you guys did enjoy this get ready with me and outfit of the day. If you guys are enjoying like me including my outfit that I'm wearing that day, please let me know so I know to continue to add that in on my videos. So yeah, if you enjoy these types of videos, give it a thumbs up, and I hope that you guys have an awesome day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye bye.